Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. Can you already believe that we're in the middle of May? It seems like May was just here. It just started, the new catalog started, and here we are. But today I'm finally back live. I've been home catching up, so I have like a ton of stuff to share with you. Just catching up. But first of all, my friend Wendy in California, she had sent me some cards and I was going to share them last week. And then I ended up doing the pre-recorded video because my daughter had come back with us from California and we were all over the state. We went to White Sands, we went to Ruidoso, we went to Fenton Lake, fishing for the day. We went up to Chimayo, Santa Fe. We were just all over. So I'm catching up and I messed up my back. So I've been kind of laid up, not doing a whole lot of work because just being laid up. When you hurt your back, you hurt your back. And I don't even know what I did. I don't recall lifting. I don't know. Who knows? But I have a hurt back, but I'm still pushing through. So again, I wanted to share these cute little cards because actually the little monkey bundle I had used on my Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial. So I used that bundle, but here's a cute card that Wendy sent me. And the daisy one, I can't remember the name of this because I don't have this bundle, but look at how pretty. I love the colors. That Azure Afternoon is a pretty nice new color. So Wendy, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Was not expecting these at all. And then while I was gone, we had done, prior to me leaving, I had done some swaps, and the swaps requirement was that you add a seed packet to your card. So I don't know whose are whose because their names, we didn't put our names on them, but I just like to share. This is one that has a seed. I'm trying to get that glare off. It's got a pocket there. This one, I believe, opens up with a pocket, and this one actually Anne-Marie Heil made. Her name is on the back of it. I'm going to post these on my blog so you could actually see them, see how the pockets are. This is another one. Oh, this is from Heather Guerrero, my friend Heather from Colorado. Hers was a fancy fold. This one doesn't say who, but I'm going to guess that this was Patty Davison. It might be in there. It probably is her, but this is another one. I like to send these seed cards when for Easter or just the beginning of spring so that people can plant some flowers. This is another one that opens, and there's a card in there. And this one was mine, and I did this one on a Workshop Wednesday, so you guys already know that one. And here was another one, and the seed packet is behind this one. But I wanted to share those with you. They will be on my blog. I'll post all of them on my blog so you could see how they are opened or how they open. So let me get those out of the way. And with the new catalog, we have the new in colors. Not sure what you guys are thinking about the new in colors, but I had made these with the Crafting for You set, which is a set that we're using today. So here's Boho Blue, Wild Wheat, Pebble Path, still trying to remember these names, Moody Mauve, I think it is, and Copper Clay. So I use the in color ribbon, I use the in color dots, in color ink, ink. The camera's always backwards. So the in color ink here, the in color DSP, the in color cardstock, where am I? Over here. On all of this, and I just made those, and I'm going to post these on my blog too. I am trying to catch up. Okay, so the other thing is Don't forget to share my video. When you share my video, you're entered into a drawing for a prize. And even if you're watching the replay on YouTube, you can still share from YouTube. And this week, I'm going to give out a blueberry bushel ink pad. So this is a new returning color. I'm trying to get that glare off. New returning color, so you'll be entered in to win this. And if you want my project tutorial, the PDF, you have to join my email, but I have the one for this week. So I will post the link for my email so that you can join my email list. And I have a class. Finally was able to create a class. I'm just showing you a sneak peek because I don't have it ready, but it will be ready this Friday. So be aware of the link and everything for it. And I'm using the Coffee with Friends stamp set for this class. And this is going to be an add-on. I won't include it, but you can add it on to your class and I'll pay the shipping and the tax and everything and just include it in your class. So the first project is one of these bay window cards. I don't know if you guys have seen the bay window cards, and it opens. And another card. And I use the Cunningham DSP. So I really like this. So again, these are just sneak peeks. This is I have all my instructions because this holds little coffee candies, just a nice little treat holder. It's a tiny one. This one, gotta get my instructions off, this is a coffee pod, and then it holds a gift card as well. So that's another project. So I have three 3D projects and 3 cards. And then this one is another it holds a small package of donuts. I've found the donuts at Walmart. I think you can get them in gas stations. I know like Sam's Club sells a big box of Hostess donuts and a coffee pod. I'm not going to untie this and everything. These are just sneak peeks of my class. So again, look out for the registration link this Friday for that. I just finally finished creating it yesterday, so I wanted to share with you. So I think that's it. Let's go ahead and get started. So this is our trifold card, and I tried to capture, she has like the painting, she has like the crafting, and the sewing and knitting. So this is a trifold card. So let's get started with that. So we're going to need a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 lemon lolly. So this is another new color. And we're going to score, should already be cut. I think I had already, for the other one. So we're going to score this at 2 3/4. Make sure that your cutting blade's out of the way, and at 5 1/2. And I think we will go ahead. I did that the wrong way. Anyway, let's cut the Oh, we didn't use any DSP. Well, I didn't use no DSP on this card. So now we're going to cut some pieces of cardstock. So we need 5 1/4 by 4 of soft sea foam. So 5 1/4 by 4. I didn't realize I didn't use any DSP, but I was creating that coffee and card class. So, and then we need 4 by 2 1/2. So let's go 2 1/2, 2 1/2 by 4. I have missed being here live with you guys. I know the pre-recorded videos are not the same, but at least I get to give you a project. Okay, and now we're going to need, so you need 2 of these, which are 4 by 2 1/2 soft sea foam, a 5 1/4 by 4 soft sea foam. Now we're going to cut 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I hope I did that right. That one's going to lay on top of this one. Yes. Okay, just got to check myself. And then we're going to do, we need 2 of these now, which are 3 7/8. 3 7/8 by 2 3/8, just before the half. 2 3/8. Okay, I think those are all our pieces of cardstock that we're gonna need. And we're gonna, again, like I said, do some stamping and die cutting. So let's get this out of the way for now. And let me see if you guys if I have any comments that I'm missing. No comments. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing your guys' comments. So this card is gonna go up like this. Let's get our bone folder. And then down like this. And so we could adhere all of these pieces. Well, let's stamp first. That way, if we mess up, we can flip it over to the other side. I have a lot of inks that we're using today, but the first one we're going to use is the pecan pie. And we are going to stamp the easel. So here's the easel. I feel like I haven't done a live video in a long time, which I think it's been like a month, because I did the pre-recorded videos while I was gone, while I was traveling. So we're gonna stamp this right so it looks centered without me sticking my head in there. So again, that is pecan pie. And let's see, I think we have a little scrap here that we're going to need this basket twice. And I'm going to go ahead and just stamp those on that scratch paper for now, since I had the pecan pie out. And then now we're going to use Pool Party. And we're going to stamp some flowers in there on the center of our easel, like we painted that. I practice and try to make some like watercolor flowers, but mine just came out like a blob, and I didn't like it. So I just went back to my original design, which was this. Okay, so now we're gonna get that big old stamp out of the way. We are going to, we'll set this, well, we can layer these. So we can layer these. We're going to use that basket. We're going to need some other stamping. I wasn't sure if I should like do all the stamping and then all the die cutting at the same time. Or should we do one panel at a time? Maybe one panel at a time. I'll just have to keep pulling the cut and emboss machine out. Okay, so there's that. Now this one is going to get adhered to the top. And remember, when you join my email list, you'll get the step-by-step instructions with this video link so that you can refer back to in case my instructions don't make any sense. But then that way you'll always have it. And I send it out every Sunday. I try not to send out a whole lot of emails because I know we get a lot of emails. So since we have our basket, let's stamp our brushes. I have so many blocks, and I think I didn't pull that one out. I didn't. Or the yarn. Okay, so we will, and I'm gonna need this die. See, as much as you think you're prepared, you're not. So we're going to stamp these. I'm just going to use this flower one. The brushes in Smoky Slate. And since I have the Smoky Slate, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this one. I said we're going to do a panel at a time, and here I am doing all sorts of things. But we need that color. So you know what? Since I have the yarn right here, we're going to do the yarn. And we're going to do that Amela Mambo. And we are going to do it. I need to clean this stamp pad. In Azure Afternoon. I don't know how many of you have seen these new colors. I really like this one. I think this is like what replaced Pacific Point. It's a little bit more of a turquoise color. I don't know, a turquoise bluish. Clean all these pads since I have it out. So now we can die cut those. And then let's get the die cutter. Our cut and emboss machine. I was hoping Wendy was going to be on here today. I know she's working, and sometimes she can hop on, other times not. So let's get all of these dies. See how adorable they have dies for everything. Pretty much everything. Let's do the paint brushes. And what do I need? The cut and emboss machine. Loading all of these up on one. And the yarn. We'll only be able to do one yarn at a time. And I'm going to tape this because it's right next to the paint brushes. I might have to do the paint brushes. I'm going to have to do those separate. So let's do a yarn. And we'll do the paint brushes next. Oh, my die moved on me. So let's just tape that one down too. I think I needed to flip my, I need to flip my plate over. I think it's a little bit warped. So let's flip it over and see if things stick a little better. We're gonna need this basket again. Try it again. Have just a little bit of tape there. And then we need the yarn again. And this one we're gonna actually cut it because we're just gonna use some pieces from it. I think all of my things moved on me. Let's cut these ones. All right. It's a good thing you guys aren't near me or here with me because I've been using muscle rub all over my back and that's all I smell. Okay, so let's move this out of the way for now. I'm going to pull some more of that tape out in a minute. So this one, what we're going to do is I'm going to glue these brushes to the basket because we're going to put them at an angle like so. And then we're going to use a dimensional and put those on. Oops, I got glue stuck to me. Okay, so all that work for one panel. So we're just going to put our paintbrushes down here in the basket. All right, so our next one, let's do the next panel. This one we can go ahead and glue because we're not stamping. I always like to wait to adhere them if they're stamping because, of course, if we make a mistake, we can flip it over. This glue, why is it that sometimes the glue dries so fast and other times it doesn't? So there is that. Like I said, these kind of moved on me. So you know what? I'm going to trim this so that this border is not so... I think I needed a bigger piece of tape. And I probably needed to rotate my top one as well. Our little handle's kind of missing. But we're going to put this over here. I love this little cut and emboss machine. How cute is that? Okay, I'm going to adhere this because we need to die cut some other pieces and we'll just add them on after we die cut them. So this one will go here in the center. Oops. Like that. Okay, now we're going to cut out our scissors. And so in the scissors, we are going to cut out, we're going to cut them out in black and we're going to cut them out in basic gray. So, because we're just going to use the gray blades. So actually I can only do one at a time. And we're going to need some Melon Mambo hearts. I just grabbed scraps from my scrap thing to make all these little pieces. You don't need to cut a whole big old sheet of paper. And I'm just going to go ahead and do some of these right now. So these are the spools of thread. Let's hope this one, it'll stay there. And the nice thing is they give you 2 sets. And of course that one doesn't want to cooperate. Let's try over here. Trying to put as many things on the die cutting machine as we can. Okay. So let's hope nothing moves. My purple move. My gorgeous grape. So we're going to cut the scissors out in black first. And then I cut some spools of thread. I think we need 6 spools. So I want it different colors. Here's our black scissors. And make sure there's a little dot in there. We don't need it on the black, but we're going to need it here on the basic gray. Okay, so we got those hearts. We got these purple, or I should say gorgeous gray. Now I'm just putting all these little pieces on the side over here. You probably can't see them in the camera, but I'm going to cut some more of the little, like I said, I just had scraps. So look, even this tiny, tiny, tiny scrap, we're going to use it. As long as this thing cooperates. I have the Melon Mambo on there, but let's take it off. So I have 1, 2, 4. Like I said, we need 6. We can do 6 different colors, although 2 come out at a time. So here's our scissors. Again. Okay, here goes the blue. This is Granny Apple Green. And this is where this card becomes a little time consuming because of all these die cut pieces. If you have a better plate, my plate is a little bit warped from a lot of die cutting. And then I think I have some pumpkin pie. We'll do some pumpkin pie. And then I have crumb cake that we're going to use the spools. So there's one set, two sets. All this is going to come together. I love these little spools. I'll have to show you. I kind of went a little crazy the other day when I was creating this card. I made a bunch of them. So I think we might have 6 colors. Let me count the colors. We have Gorgeous Grape. We have Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, Balmy Blue. And let's get our spools that are in crumb cake. So we just need 6 of those. So I'm going to cut out 2 more sets since I have the other colors, but we only need 1. A lot of die cutting here, but it'll be worth it in the end. I think I chopped off the tops of those. No, they actually came out good. All right, so let's get these spools. Get this big old machine out of the way. And hi Pam, how you doing? Thanks for sharing. I'm glad you joined me. You see me on YouTube a lot. Okay, so now we're back to this panel. And these are our scissors. And here's that little gray dot that I told you to be careful that we don't want to lose. It probably doesn't matter what side it's on. But on these, we are going to use, there's actually a line there. Can you see the line? We're going to cut this right at the line. And we're going to cut this one at the line. So if you want to save these and use them for another project where you're going to make your, you want to make your handles that color, you can save them. So here's, let me make sure I'm doing this right. It's going to go like that, right? Yeah. So I think this blade here goes over here. So we'll add a little bit of liquid glue. And my blade flipped over. So Pam, you're in North Carolina. You would not believe I was supposed to be there in North Carolina right now. Our daughter is there on a beach vacation, and she had invited us, but we had just been doing so much traveling. One of our cars is in the shop, and it just didn't pan out. But she keeps sending us pictures, and they're at Emerald Isle, and my pieces keep flipping over. We would have been over there with her for a week. Okay, so glue this one on. And then now we're going to glue these here. But like I said, this little set is so cute. And then that little dot is going to go right inside there where we have some glue. So look at how cute our little scissors are. I didn't do my gluing very well. Let's see if it'll still move. So now we'll just glue these onto that panel. Add a little bit of glue. And then actually I was supposed to be up. I had a wedding to go to in North Carolina in April, and it was my daughter's birthday. So we were in California for her birthday. I'm gonna move these little scissors out of the way. And we'll put these right here, like that. And our little hearts. We have our little hearts. Let's flip those over. Flip those over. We'll just add some glue. And then stick these on. Right like that. And we are going to add some Wink of Stella to the hearts. I love how she created this set. It's so cool that, you know, when you reach $1 million in sales, where I'm way far away. I added some Wink of Stella to make those blades sparkle. But you get to create your own set. And I love how she got the art painting in it, the card making, crafting, scrapbooking, and then now we are going to do the sewing, knitting, whatever. She did an excellent job when she created this. So I'm going to stamp this one first because in case we make a mistake, we can flip it over. And this stamp is angled. It's angled that way. So it's not that my stamping was crooked. It's angled that way. Okay, so now we could adhere this with some glue. And there we go. Okay, so now here's where all these little pieces are going to come into play. And we have another basket. But with the basket, let me see. I got a lot of things going on. So we need 6 spools. I die cut all these. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. They're hard to pick up. Oops. Especially when you got glue on your hands. 4, 5, 6. So we had 6 colors. So let me move these little ones away. And like I told you, I got carried away the other day. I made all of these little spools because I was having fun making them, so I made a bunch of them. I could have used those, but I want to show you what we're doing. There's one other thing that we need, but let's go ahead and glue all of these spools together first. It's tough when you have glue on your hands because see, everything wants to stick to me. And this glue, it's not like it just comes right off. Okay, let's stop for a minute. This is where I love my take your pick tool putty side. Whoa, say that 10 times. Take your pick tool putty side. Because I like to just be able to pick it up and stick it. Pick it up and stick it. Okay, so there's 4. Let's get these other 2. And I squeezed a little bit too much glue out. And then I'll use my my other little, usually when I'm doing something that small, I'll use this pad to glue on. So next, let's move these out of the way. Because really quickly, we need to die cut another basket. And I'm going to die cut it because then we are going to use a blending brush to add a little bit more color to them, because the other one, it has a stamp. This one does not have a stamp, so it's just a basket die. There's not a stamp that goes with it. So I wanted to add color to this one, so I figured if I'm adding color to this one, I might as well add color to the other one. So with this, we're going to use that pecan pie again. Uh-oh, I already see I lost something. But we're going to add, this pecan pie comes out pretty dark. So we just want to add some color there to the basket, and then we're going to color this one all the way in. So now we have somewhat some matching baskets. I need to get that center a little bit more. Okay. I guess I could have die cut this one while we were there, but look, I lost it's probably on the bottom of the machine. It is. Here it is. So let's cut this one one more time. I wanted to kind of do all this ahead of time too, but then it's not showing you what I've done. So, hey, this dies. I don't know why my dies keep moving. That's odd. These plates are not all that old for them to be, but I do a lot of die cutting, a lot. Oh my word. Probably need a new piece of tape too. That might help. All right, so there's our other basket. We're getting there, we're getting there. Make sure I don't have anything stuck to the bottom. Okay, so with this one now, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna trim this one around because it looks like it moved when I was die cutting it. I just don't want that big white border. All right, so we're gonna add a dimensional with this one. Where did my dimensionals go? Here they are. We'll add a dimensional to this one. We'll add a dimensional to this one. And we are going to glue this down under the basket. Like that. And then now with our spools, we'll just do the same thing. We're just going to add like dots of glue. And again, take your pick tool. I was going to say we'll hold it sometimes. Let's add one there. Let's add another one here. And I'm just like putting them in there like they're in a basket, you know, they're just thrown in the basket. Let's put 2 dots. Might have put too much glue there. The glue all of a sudden came out in a lot. I want this one to turn. How about that? And then we're going to put one down here. And I am missing another one. We're missing a color. What color are we missing? Is it on the bottom of my... It sure is. Flirty Flamingo. It was on the Stampin' Cut. Not Stampin' Cut, the Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to put those right there like that. So we're not done yet. So with this one, we're going to try and cut these round pieces out. It's another big border. And we're just going to glue those in because I wanted to make like different color yarn inside the basket. So you can just put a dot and put this one here. Where was the other? I think one of these was like, this one is rounded. So what I did is put it around one of these other ones. So it'll lay right there and look like it's behind it. And then just one more we'll add. Oops. And this one, you can just cut it around like a circle to make it go in there. And we're going to add this one over here. Like that. The scissors are so darn cute, aren't they? And you can make them whatever color you want. You can use the silver foil to make them. Yeah, so that's all dried. Yeah, Pam, normally they go to Myrtle Beach. I think the last couple of years they've gone to this Emerald Isle. And like I said, they had invited us and it just didn't work out. We had so much traveling going on. So now we're going to adhere that one. I feel like this needs to be a little darker, but we don't want to get it on the white cardstock now. Maybe we could use a little blending brush. But that's our card. Again, I like how she got all the crafting in there. So there's your card. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're not on my email list, please join so you can get the project sheet. And you guys have a great week. And I will see you next Wednesday. Take care. Bye.